Okay, so here I am with Willa, my delicious sourdough activated starter. I actually have no idea what I'm talking about, so if that wasn't the right terminology, it is what it is. So we're gonna start off with a scale. We're gonna put our mixer on here. I have a KitchenAid, you don't have to use one. We're gonna zero it out. I'm gonna add 250 grams of this bubbliness. So this has been sitting for about the past maybe 5 hours, so it could grow. I've been feeding it almost every day. 250, perfect. So now I'm gonna set this aside. Next up, 670 grams of room temperature or warm water is gonna go in here. So remember to zero it out and do a little slow pour. 653. One more. 670. All right, so this is what it looks like inside of here. Do a little stir. And I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes. Looks kind of like grossness, but I promise it's delicious. Okay, so I let this sit for a few minutes. Now I'm gonna add 1,000 grams of flour. And I've already pre-measured this, so I can just dump it all in. Exactly 1,000. We're simply just going to mix it. Also, I just learned how to use this KitchenAid when I learned how to do this. This is Maria's that we got her for Christmas. She's the baker in the family. I like to cook. I didn't even know what a dough hook was, so, you know. This is truly a beginner's recipe. If you don't know what you're doing, neither do I, but I've been making delicious sourdough bread. We've been eating a loaf a day for the past 2 weeks. Not really, but pretty close. Okay, then, oh yeah, gotta lift it and then mix it. Probably like I do it on 2, I think. And that'll mix up. Okay, so that mixed for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna lower it back down. Slide it all off. It's very, let's tilt this down. It's very sticky. Okay. And then I just scoop it. Look at this, so sticky. Scoop it off this, set that aside because we're gonna need this one more time. And then cover it, little tea towel. I love my little geometry towels. They're perfect. And then I'm gonna let this sit for 2 hours. Okay, so 2 hours later, I added 24 grams of salt. I'm gonna mix that in. Okay, salt is mixed in. You don't need these special tools, but I bought some, so now I have them. We're going to flour the surface a decent amount because this stuff is sticky, icky. Okay, I should have put a little flour on this guy before I did that. I'm gonna scoop it out, mixing bowl. See it? It's a big glob of dough. What? Doesn't get handy because that's helping out for sure. Okay, as far as cleaning this, it like literally gets like glue in your sink. So anyone has any tips for that, hit me up because I'm sick of my sink getting like disgusting, like snotty glue everywhere. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna add a little flour to this. Not sure if you're supposed to, but I do. And then a little flour to this guy. This guy really helps. I was using a knife to do this. So this little special tool, none of these tools are necessary, including the KitchenAid. You can just like mix it by hand or with a spoon. And then you slice this in half because each batch makes 2 loaves. Great news there. All right, so then I'm gonna set this guy aside. I'm gonna work on this one. So what you're gonna do, a little more flour. All right, you're gonna kind of work the dough. Okay, we're gonna spread it kind of in a rectangular shape. Stay. It wants to just bounce right back to where it was. So you kind of wanna, okay, it's not working very well, but whatever. Very sticky. Okay. All right, let's do it. You're just gonna fold it in, and then we're gonna roll it up. Just like that. And then, so you're just gonna keep all the fold sides down, and you're just gonna keep working it and like building tension, like pull it towards yourself, push it away, and just keep folding it under. So there's definitely a bottom side, like you keep the seam down. And just work it for a minute. Make it to like a little, perfect little round, fluffy ball. And then I'm gonna do that with this other batch. And then you little dough balls are resting for 20 minutes. I'm going to flour my little baskets. I did not have these at first. I just used like the metal bowls that we had here. But these are so fun because it gives them like this pattern when you flip them over, and it's aesthetic. Who doesn't want something to look aesthetic these days, right? All right, so these are nice and powdered. Ready to go. Okay, please hold. I'm gonna work these guys one more time for you and show you how to put them in the basket. It's a little messy. 20 minutes later, I am going to do the same thing one more time. This time you be a little more gentle because it's really gonna wanna maintain the shape that you just made it. So I'm gonna kind of gently work it out of the shape that I put it in. Stretch it. It smells so good. And then you're gonna take your basket and I'm gonna put it seam side up, just like this. So when I take it out of the basket tomorrow morning, I'm gonna flip it and the top's gonna be up and it's gonna have this beautiful pattern. So I will see you guys in the morning. Alrighty, so Willa is ready to go into the oven. I am simply going to plop her down onto this piece of parchment paper. Oh, beautiful. There she is. I love that it has the little indentation from the basket. Just adds a little something. Then we're gonna have to slice her to create some, I don't know what you just do. So then that way, I don't know what's gonna happen if I don't. I haven't tried, but I got this little tool too. It was actually a whole set. It came with 2 of these bowls, with this, with the tools I was using yesterday, with this little liner or cover. People do all sorts of designs, but for sure you've got to do one big slit down the middle, just like so. And then I'm gonna work on design. Preheated my little Dutch oven in the oven at 425, and then I'm just going to, I cut her up. I'm gonna simply drop her down in there on the parchment paper, put the lid back on, bake at 425 for 30 minutes, take the lid off, bake for another 10 to 15, and we will be back.